Hi, boys and girls. Well, today we're going to read a story about something that many people like to do when they are playing in the snow. Most people like to build a snowman. Some people work together as a group to build a snowman, and some people work on their own. And this story is called The Biggest, Best Snowman. And it's written by Marjorie Kyler, and it's illustrated by Will Hillenbrand. So Marjorie wrote the words because she's the author, and Will, he drew the pictures because he's the illustrator. Here's our title page, The Biggest, Best Snowman. Little Nell lived with Big Mama, Big Sarah, and Big Lizzie in a big house in the big, snowy woods. So I noticed that everything to do with this story seems to be big, except for little Nell. Big Mama, Big Sarah, and Big Lizzie had big, blustery voices. They had big, talky friends. They had big, loud parties. When little Nell asked, "Can I help?" Big Mama, Big Sarah, and Big Lizzie shook their heads. No, you can't," they said. "You're too small." "Yes, I can," said little Nell. "And no, I'm not." "No, you can't," they said. "And yes, you are." I wonder what time of year this story takes place. I think there are some really good clues in this picture about when this story is taking place. So little Nell would go into the big snowy woods. She would sit and watch the snow fall from the sky. She would walk under the bare branches. She would play with her friends, Reindeer, Hare, and Bear Cub. Those are some unique friends to have. I don't know that I have a reindeer, a hare, and a bear for my friends. Oh, listen. Deer, hare, bear. They all sound very similar, don't they? One day, Bear Cub said to little Nell, "Can you show us how to make a snowman?" No, I can't," said little Nell. "I'm too small." "Yes, you can," said the animals. "And no, you're not." "Oh, but I am too small," said little Nell. "My family won't let me do anything. I could never make a snowman." "How do you know unless you try?" asked Bear Cub. "We'll help you." Little Nell sighed. "Well, maybe," she said. So she's been told for so long that she can't do something. Now she believes it. Let's see if she actually can. Little Nell got down on her knees. She carefully patted and matted and battered the snow into a tiny ball. She rolled it and rolled it and rolled it to Reindeer. Reindeer nudged it and nudged it and nudged it to Hare. Hare kicked it and kicked it and kicked it to Bear. Bear Cub rolled it and rolled it until it stopped thud by the edge of the big pond. Let's look at that. S-N-O. W. S-N-O. Snow. Now what? asked Reindeer. Well, the snowman needs a middle, said little Nell. How do we do that? asked Hare. Little Nell bit her lip. She got down on her knees and she carefully patted and matted and batted another tiny snowball. She rolled it and rolled it to Reindeer. Reindeer nudged it and nudged it to Hare. Hare kicked it and kicked it to Bear Cub. Big Bear Cub rolled it and rolled it until thud it came to a stop. He pushed it up on top of the other snowball. Now what? He asked. It needs a head, cried little Nell. She patted and matted and batted another tiny snowball. Then she rolled it to Reindeer. Reindeer nudged it to Hare. Hare kicked it to Bear Cub, and Bear Cub stuck it on top of the other two snowballs. I see an A and I see an N. And if we add that to the M, then we've got A, N, man. Snowman, a compound word. Little Nell and the animals stood back and looked at their snowman. Something's missing, said Hare. The face, said Little Nell. Well, how do we do that? Asked the animals. I think we'll need a little help, said Little Nell. She whistled for the birds to come. Crow, cardinal, and sparrow flew down from the trees. Could you make a face for our snowman? She asked. Crow fetched 2 pieces of bark for the eyes. Cardinal found an old pink sock for the nose. Sparrow brought raisins for the mouth. So she's getting some help from her forest friends. The interesting thing is she's been giving them directions and really being a group leader so that they can work together to make a project. And they're definitely persevering and keeping up. They're not giving up. Little Nell handed her green scarf to the birds. They wound it and wound it and wound it around the snowman's neck. Then they added 2 sticks for arms. The snowman was finally finished. Little Nell and the animals gazed up at their creation. Wow, said the animals. Wow, said Little Nell. It was almost lunchtime. Little Nell said goodbye to her friends, and she walked home through the big, snowy woods. That certainly does look like a big snowman when you're looking from the perspective down to a small group. It's interesting how she's allowed to go and play in the woods by herself. Big Mama, Big Sarah, and Big Lizzie were waiting for her. Where have you been? They asked in their big blustery voices. I was building a great big snowman, answered Little Nell. Oh, how could someone as little as you build a great big snowman? Asked Big Lizzie. Come and see, said Little Nell. They don't believe her. So Big Mama, Big Sarah, and Big Lizzie followed Little Nell through the big snowy woods to the snowman. I find it very interesting that Mama is the one pulling the big kids, and Little Nell is the one walking. As they looked up, their mouths opened and their arms dropped to their sides. Whoa, they said. You built that? Yes, I did, said Little Nell, with the help of my friends. That is the biggest, best snowman that ever was, said Big Mama. Yes, it is, said Little Nell, a huge smile on her face. Wow, she did a great job. They're very surprised that someone so small could do something So big. Wow. Will you come and help us make a big yummy lunch? Asked Big Sarah. No, she can't, said Big Lizzie. She's still too small. Yes, I can, said Little Nell, and no, I'm not. Yes, you can, said Big Mama, and yes, you will. So these two believe in her and know that she can do things on her own now. But I think Big Lizzie is probably still going to need some convincing. Big Mama gave Little Nell a big sloppy kiss. Aw. Big Sarah gave Little Nell a big squeezy hug. Oosh. Big Lizzie stuck out her big nose in the air. Little Nell's friends lifted her to the top of the snowman. Oh, that's pretty neat that her friends are helping her up. Hooray! Well, boys and girls, I want you to think of a time that you did something all on your own and you managed to do it without any help. Little Nell did have some help from her animal friends, but we know that's probably make-believe, and she would actually need to do it on her own. But you know what? She didn't give up. She didn't surrender. She kept on persevering and trying to accomplish the task all by herself. So I want you to think of a time when you thought something was very hard, but you persevered and you stuck with it and you managed to do it all by yourself. And write about it in your journal. All right, remember, never give up, never surrender, always persevere.